The lesson.
Oh yeah.
Another thing that I wanted to ask you, and I think you're a great artist to get the perspective on this question, because it's something that's been talked about for many years. Everyone's got different opinions. Is the impact and influence that Triple J has had on the Australian rap scene. Now, the reason I think you're a great person to ask this question is because you come from that, I guess to my understanding, you come from that, real traditional Melbourne hip hop background. And over time, without trying to, just in a genuine, organic manner, like the Hoods, you have transcended into a more commercially acceptable, world, for lack of a better term. You got the underground heads that kind of tend to rag on Triple J because they're like, they will only play a certain sound. This pocket gets no support. And then you got the people who have had success through Triple J basically saying the opposite. Because you're someone that kind of started over here and then ended up over there, and you have had the support of Triple J, what's your take on the impact and influence of Triple J on the whole Australian rap landscape?
I mean, there's so many aspects to that. I mean, like, Triple J changed, they changed my life, their support. So I'm riding for Triple J regardless. I've had friends at the station, friends have been there, and the friends have left, friends who are still there. They've had a huge impact. I would say that I understand where some criticism comes from of the station, but they have a dedicated hip hop show, and How has run that really well. Maya Jupiter before How, that does showcase a lot of stuff that otherwise wouldn't get played, like that doesn't get played nationally anywhere else. But I don't know what, you can't expect a station that's that's demographic is, teenagers in early 20s, young adults. You can't, they have to cater to everyone. I don't know if it's realistic to expect some underground rap on a station where they have to cater to fans who don't like rap full stop, that like indie music or that like fucking electronic shit. There's not enough hours in the day to support everyone in that. And it's just, for better or worse, that's just the reality of it, man. So they have the dedicated, shows that support the more, that dig a little deeper into different genres, and they have one for hip hop, and How does a fantastic job of it. But on the sort of through the days and through their sort of more broad programs, what are they gonna do? Like, they gotta cater to everybody, man. So I guess that's kind of my answer on that. And as far as what they've done to change the landscape, I mean, a lot of dudes now with how important social media is and online stuff, like, you can kind of create your own world regardless of, you don't need radio anymore, It helps, but you don't need it. If you're super compelling, people, particularly, younger people, will find you, and they'll find you regardless. They'll bypass all those traditional media outlets. So I think people are really doing that, and it's, for better or worse. Again, they've changed my life. They changed my friends' lives, and they're all well-intentioned. They're not like shutting people out because they have a grudge or a chip on their shoulder. It's just the fucking reality of how many hours in a day they have in their programming, their demographics. So, that's just it, man.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, bro. If it was up to me, they'd play nothing but hip hop and fucking shit all the time. But then they would have they'd have a much smaller. If they were able to just cater to hip hop heads, then they would, they would do that. But that's not their brief. They have to treat everyone equally.
The lesson.
Oh yeah.